take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on a team and you're looking to pile up wins, you like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. Taking a look at the Jazz. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Hayward in at the 3 slot. Well, what a second half of the season it was for the Jazz. After the All-Star break, they went on a rampage.
And the catalyst for that was the defense. I mean, very few opponents got to triple digits against the Jazz after the All-Star break.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Hill kicks to Ellis. It's back to Hill. Left side, George. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Ellis. Hayward grabs the board.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Burke kicks to Gobert. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Now here is Hill. He's coming off a 10-point game against Memphis. Outside, George. Drummond a screen and out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Burke kicks to Favors. It's hauled in by Paul George. And it's Indiana's ball. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And guys, just look at the turnover stats in that game. You're not going to win giving it up as many times as they did.
Not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense on your end and force more turnovers for the other side. That's the only way you're going to get that thing squared away.
For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
Well, it's exactly. I mean, you just can't win if you don't shoot a better percentage than that. It's not going to happen.
Now, here is George. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Memphis.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
They grabbed their own miss. The kick out to Hill. George dishes to Drummond. Pass to Hill. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
And guys, no doubt George Hill had it rough last season. He missed the first 28 games with that left knee injury, came back for 5, then missed another 11 games before his season got going. But you know what? He had one of his most productive years from that point on.
Now here's Burke. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Gobert with a screen on Hill. Burke kicks to Favors. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And getting back to George Hill, what a second half of the season he had. He tore up several key categories, Clark.
Yeah, he was bogged down by injuries early in the season. Came back to average career highs in points, rebounds, and assists. Partly because he was finally treated and looked to as a go-to guy, and he thrived in that role.
Now here is Hill. On the wing, Ellis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. And the 3 off target.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Burke with it. He's picked up by Drummond. All sorts of time. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got his first bucket in this one.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Hill with it. Outside, George. the three. Rebound, Utah. It's an 8-point differential. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Burke. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. The drive by Hill, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
And we all know about Paul George and his injury while with Team USA. I mean, he has still said that he would consider playing international ball.
And he knocks down the first one. For George to be eager to go back and represent the U.S. in international play is a brave move.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, a lot of it might be that he just wants to put that in the past and move on. And sometimes you do that best by confronting things head on. The only way to have that be the past is to keep playing for his country.
Here's Favors, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league. He had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, you know, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
And here's Burks after Paul George getting his 3 to go. To the inside, and it's Favors that time on the assist by Burks. And that's now 11 points for Derek Favors. Pacers trail by 7. And here is Ellis. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Hill passes to Jokic. Outside, George. Indiana needs to get a shot off. They grab their own miss, and stolen by Hayward. Burks with it. He's picked up by Hill. Unloads from 13. Pacers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. George dishes to Ellis. Here's Drummond. It's stolen by Gobert. Now Burke. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. The jump hook, and Favors finishes it off. Favors has got 13. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And the Jazz making a change here. Lyles checked in for Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Woods checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Dante Exum in for Burke. Now here is Harris. to the middle. And Turner kicks to Mahimi. From deep, George can't get it to go. Hayward with some nice D. Jazz leading by 9. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kev, Quinn Snyder gave me a few moments to catch up with him. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, but he knows the drill defensively. Keep them out of the lane. He said they're tough to deal with when you let them get to the rim. We've got to move our feet and do our best to deny that penetration. Kevin, easier said than done.
And thank you, Doris. Snatched up. Outside for George. Stuckey outside. The dish now to Mahimi. They set the pick. Harris outside. Turner up top. Outside, George. On its way from Stuckey for 2. too long on the shot.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
Rejected by Harris. They get it back.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Jazz have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. That free throw good from Hayward. And in an era where so many guys take the money and run, Gordon Hayward did the best he could to live up to his new contract. Clark, last year, a 4-year max deal signed heading into last season.
Yeah, and the way max contracts work nowadays, even the upper mid-tier guys are getting them. A trend that will probably continue, at least in the near future. I don't like it, though. There are only a small number of guys that are really max contract players in the NBA.
Stuckey right side. Shot to stop the run. Nice jump shot. Good. Stuckey's got his first basket of the night.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Now here's Exum. Defense right on him. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That's really how they're going to get back into this game, trim the lead. I mean, play tough defense, force some turnovers, and then push it to the other end.
And Clark, those steals allow you to play in the open floor. And when you get back to Hayward, last year his points per game were way up. But really impressive, his shooting percentages. His shooting percentages were way up. That's a big step forward, I believe, in his development.
You know, on the topic of whether Hayward is a true max prospect, he did some things last year to at least argue that he is. He was stronger, a lot more aggressive going to the rim. His defense improved, too. He'll need another year of development like that to silence the doubters.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Now here is Harris. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. George passes to Harris. Here's the screen. Kicks it to Mahimi. 13 feet away. The shot is off. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Exum leading the charge. Good. Gets the bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Now here's Stuckey. Back to Harris. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Turner with the screen for Harris. The feed to Turner. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Now, here's Exum. Guarded by Harris. No good from Booker.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
It's tipped and stolen by Hood. 1:07 left here in the first quarter. To the inside. It's stolen by Mahimi. Now the Pacers moving it up. Harris misses.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Passes it to Lyles. Here's Hood. The Jazz again can't hit it. Pacers trail by 11. Rodney Stuckey on the wing. Turner dishes to Mahimi. On the wing, George. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. George has got 7 points.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Dishes it to Hood. Pass to Exum. There's 21 seconds left in the first quarter. Feeds it to Hood. Shot clock at 6. Hits the 3-point bomb. Hood's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Here's Mahimi. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Mahimi's got his first 3 points of the game. And so the first quarter is in the books. Jazz lead by 9. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Derek Favors, known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
They've got Drummond. Ellis is out there with Hill. Then it's Paul George. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Drummond, a screen. The pass to Jokic. Puts it up from 15. Gobert pulls it in.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
The Pacers pull it in. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face...
Oh, wow.
Beautiful jam.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And, Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Here's Jokic. After the basket by Utah, they set the screen. Launches it. Hill, no good. Jazz leading by 12. Burke with it. He's picked up by Hill. 11 feet away, and Utah again with the bucket.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
And so it's Indiana with it after the basket by Utah. Back to George. Drummond, a screen. It's good, and the Jazz lose, cut down to 12 on the bucket from George. George has got his third basket of the night right there.
For the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Shots good by Ellis.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Jazz leading by 10. Pass to Ingles. Favors with the screen. The dish to Burks. And Hill over to help. And Favors kicks to Ingles. Another miss by Utah.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Back to George. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Here's Ellis. He's coming off a 19-point game against Memphis. From deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Jazz second.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
Burks the best of Favors. Low block shot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Favors got 15 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
You know, Clark, the thing you like about Derek Favors is he keeps adding to his game every year. You forget how young he is, too.
That's exactly right. We need a reminder. This guy came into the league very early, right after a year of college. Seems like he's been around forever.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Now, here is George. He's got 9. Down low. Jokic passes to Drummond. Deep 2 from Hill. Kicks it out to Ellis. 3-pointer, and he gets it to go. Ellis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Pacers.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Inside, up off the screen.
And for Favors and his youth, he has made big strides. And in a few years' time, could be one of the more dominant bigs in our league. And guys, with Favors, his development, you know, you forget. Sometimes it takes big men a little longer to figure it out. I mean, he's certainly been putting it together here the last few seasons. You know, I can think of one way to describe George Hill. It's the culmination of several attributes. I mean, he comes from the school of Popovich, plays under control, always in the right place defensively. The way I describe him is just steady. Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
Drummond the screen. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Hill. An interesting thing about George Hill, he was traded from the Spurs to the Pacers a few years back. Many people were surprised the Spurs would even trade a valuable veteran when they were trying to win a championship. But who did they trade him for? Kawhi Leonard. A pretty good deal.
Well, you know, Hill is really solid. He knocks down open shots, can run the offense or play off the ball equally well. I think he's a terrific combo guard. Gives you a little bit of everything and does it in a professional way. And that's typically what attracts him to other teams.
And it's George finishing it off.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Hayward. Last game, 26 points.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's George after the basket by Utah. Drummond the screen. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Derek Favors.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Paul George with the steal. And again, Indiana running the floor. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and an excellent transition offense.
And really, it all stems from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
And the shot is good. 17 points for Derek Favors. Pacers trail by 9. Hill dishes to Ellis. Outside, George. 6 on the shot clock. Drummond sets the screen for George. On the wing, Hill. He dishes it to Ellis. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Now, here's Burks. 7 points in the game. Favors can't get it to go. For Indiana, they've gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. Got a piece of it. Burks with the steal. Burke with it. George picks him up. To the paint. Here's Favors. And it's sent back by Drummond. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got the fast break chance.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
They get the rebound, and Derek Favors with the slam.
And putting in the work on the boards, and it's paying off with chances like that.
And G.A., he does put in the work. You're right. It's why he's on the finishing end of one putback slam after another.
Well, his effort has never been a question mark. He is an incredibly self-motivated player.
And it's the Pacers with the ball after the basket by Utah. Ellis kicks to George. And that one hits back iron.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And that is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Here's Ellis. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, it's back to Hill. It's George on the wing. Drummond sets the screen for George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
And Utah making a change here. Lyles checked in for Gobert. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. Goods checked in for Alec Burks. And it's Exum in for Burke. Now George. After Gordon Hayward's three-pointer that didn't go.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
From a man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 three-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
Pacers trail by 10. 1:31 left to play here in the half. Harris kicks to Stuckey. Turner with the screen for Stuckey. There's a screen. And Mahinmi has it in the corner. Misses that one. He's made 1 and missed 2 this game so far. Hayward passes to Exum. From past the arc. Utah gets it back. And Booker kicks to Hood. Now here's Exum. Guarded by Harris. Exum passes to Lyles. Over Harris. Lyles no good.
And guys, talking about Paul George, the continued improvement of his ball handling is key to generating more offense. That was a weakness of his coming out of college. He's worked on it, but making it a strength the way LeBron has would go a long way toward getting him to that next level.
Here is Hayward after Devin Harris's score. Hayward goes in. It's rebounded by Indiana. Mahinmi's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Now here's Stuckey. He's got 6. Harris outside. Rebound, Utah.
That's what we call good defense in the paint. Worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And so that's the end of the first half. Jazz out in front.
Yes, guys, I'm here with Derek Favors. And, Derek, a big effort for you in that first half. Did Coach call on you to come out here and be productive early on?
Oh, yeah, I know our coach wanted me to be aggressive, and I came out and I was aggressive.
You certainly were. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thank you for the great interview, Doris. We'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. A big night so far for Derek Favors. He ended up with 19 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. His opening period tonight, right on par with his performance last game out, which was outstanding. And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast.
What a game for Favors. He's got 19 points and a steal. He's a one-man wrecking crew out there.
Truly, they have no answer for him at all.
So on the floor for Utah, the forwards are Hayward and Favors. Pairing up in the backcourt, Trey Burke and Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Pacers trail by 8. Ellis right side. Burks with the steal. By himself, hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Now here is Hill. He kicks to George. Down low, 5 to shoot. Gobert with the block. 3 on 3. Here's Burks. Here's Burke and Ellis with the block. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Burks. Good D by Drummond.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. The Pacers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Utah was so tough near the end of last season, Greg. They weren't going to make the playoffs, but they did give other teams some trouble.
That's a great point. And how about going 19-10 after the All-Star break? Another team that would have been in the playoffs if they were in the East.
Now here is Hill. He's got 8. That one wide left. Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. And Gobert kicks to Hayward. Hits the 3-point bomb. Hayward's got 9.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own and really build that lead up.
And, you know, for the Jazz, you mentioned their post-All-Star break surge. I mean, that 19-10 record they had after the break was good enough for 6th best in the league.
Now here's Drummond. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. From deep, George. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
And really, the Jazz were a team nobody wanted to play after the break. They were over 500 against the rest of the West and had some big wins over playoff teams in the process.
Pacers trail by 12. Ellis outside. He feeds it to Hill. The shot by George, wide open. Good, the assist goes to Hill. 21 points here for George.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and field.
Hayward goes in. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Hayward's got 5 points in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Now here's Ellis. He's got 7. Now here's Drummond. Drummond, a screen. Here's Hill. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Kicks to Burke. Fires from deep. No good. So Indiana will take it the other way.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Hayward goes in. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from George. Outside Hill. And stolen by Hayward. Here's Burks. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Burks has got 13 points. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Utah.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Clock at 6. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Jazz. Drummond, a bit of a disappointing season last year. Not so much in play, but people wanted to see a bigger leap from him. Now, his numbers are still pretty jaw-dropping, but I think he's got so much there to give.
He has a lot of potential, Kevin. And listen, I don't think his play was bad. He just had such huge expectations to live up to. I mean, player development is not a straight line, and it would have been very hard to have him take another huge leap forward. Sometimes you have that sophomore jinx. But I'm expecting a big year from him this season.
Favors, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the Pacers. He said almost the entire season, and there was no doubt they missed him.
Yeah, and when George came back, Kevin, the Pacers got hot, but they had to put him on a minutes limit. And it wasn't just George, though. The team as a whole had a lot of injuries during the course of the season.
Now here's Ellis. 9 points in the game so far. It's back to Hill. Inside. And it's Drummond missing.
And, you know, as you said, the Pacers did have problems with injuries. The team roster missed 219 games due to injury. So compare that to the 69 games missed by the Pacers in 2014. Big difference.
And he gets it to go.
And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Hill with it. 8 points for him. Outside, George. Drummond sets the screen for George. The feed now to Drummond. To the paint. It's tipped. Passes it to Jokic. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Now, here's Burke. Shoots from the baseline. Misses off the right iron.
And really, guys, the most telling part of the Pacers' injury troubles was this. Had to use 15 different starting lineups over the course of the season. Just hard to stay consistent and competitive when you are always replacing an injured player in the lineup.
The Pacers have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6. And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact this fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's denied. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. Harris outside. Stuckey outside. 6 to shoot. And Turner kicks to Mahimi. Dishes to George. And it's George again missing. Here's Ingles, defended by George. There's the screen. Exum kicks to Booker. Over to the wing. Here's Hood. The Jazz again can't hit it. Pacers trail by 7. And stolen by Booker. Here's Ingles. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And that one's good. Turner's got his second basket.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Exum dishes to Hood. Uncovered. And he nails the jumper. Hood's got 7 points in the game. Here's Harris. At the top of the key, Turner. He's looking for Mahimi and finds him. Can't hit from in close. Jazz leading by 9. Exum passes to Ingles. And stolen by Harris. Now the Pacers moving it up. Harris has got the ball. Stuckey kicks to Mahimi. On the wing, George. In the corner, it's Harris. There's the 3. The shot's good on the assist by George. He's got 5.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And good on the basket. Book it. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Harris outside. There's a good screen. On the wing, George. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Here's Hood. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Hood's got 4 points in the quarter.
And you can see he just caught a glimpse of the open man on the perimeter and immediately got him the basketball.
Stuckey outside. Six to shoot. Pass to Mahimi. And here's George for 3. That's good. George has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Pacers. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Joe Ingles. Here's Exum. And there's the pass to Lyles. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Clark Lyles, one of the many great players to come out of Kentucky and be eligible for this draft. He didn't wow as much as his teammates. I'm telling you what, he can play.
He's got a lot of game. He's actually one of my sleepers, Kevin, because he can do everything well. He can handle it. He goes both ways. He can shoot it. He defends. Really good IQ. I like this guy as being a surprise producer as an NBA player.
Now here is Harris. 5 points in the game. Turner with a screen on Hayward. George against Hayward. They set the pick. George dishes to Mahimi, feeds it to Turner. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Now here's Booker. Pass to Hayward, off the pick. The rebound by Turner.
And guys, with Lyles playing out of position can be a blessing and a curse. I mean, he didn't get to play in his comfort zone and put up big numbers, but his skill set grew from the minutes he had to spend outside of that comfort zone.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Exum passes to Booker, and that comes off the assist by Exum. Booker's got his second basket of the night.
Tell you what I like about Lyles is that he has a bit of an old man game about him. He's an old head, plays within himself, good at every small intangible thing on the court, just has a real nice feel for how to play.
Harris kicks to George. Turner with a screen on Hayward. George double team. Out to the right wing. Here's Mahimi. Rebounded by the Jazz. Booker's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now here's Exum, defended by George. And Hayward gets it to go. And now it's a 9-point Jazz lead.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Here's Harris. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached the end of the third. Jazz lead by 9. And we're coming right back after. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Here's Hill. We've got George Hill. Also Ellis out there. Andre Drummond is out there with Rodney Stuckey. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Now here's Stuckey. Pass to Jokic. They set the screen. 5 on the clock. And with that, the Utah lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Drummond.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Hayward goes in, favors the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here is Hill. Drummond a screen. Ellis on top. Burks covering. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Utah Jazz saw one of the biggest year-to-year improvements in the league last season. The big part of that, of course, was their play on the road.
And, you know, Kevin, they nearly doubled their road wins from last season by getting 17 away from home. And I thought they progressively got better as the season wore on.
The Jazz making a switch here. Gobert's checked in.
And for the Jazz on the road, they look to be a team built around defense now moving forward. That should bode well for their prospects as a tough matchup as a visitor. Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Ellis kicks to Hill. Back to Ellis. To the paint. Here's Jokic. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
As you said with the Jazz, I mean, defense travels very well in the NBA. Teams that find ways to grind out road wins do it with really solid defense. Jazz fans have a lot to look forward to with this group.
The first one falls for him. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Here's Gobert. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 6 assists in the game. Pacers trail by 10. Ellis outside. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Drummond a screen. And stolen by Burke. Outside Favors. The dish to Burke. Lets the 3 fly. It's rebounded by Stuckey.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
A shot by Hayward, wide open, but they recover it. Off target from 3-point range. Stuckey can't get it to go. Jazz leading by 10. Hayward goes in. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And really, it's going to be more of a reload than a rebuild situation for the Pacers. You would have to imagine their goal isn't just to get back to the playoffs, but to get back to being a conference final participant.
Now, here is Hill. Pass to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Drummond. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Boy, for Alec Burks, he really started to put it all together in his 3rd season. He doubled his scoring average, shooting percentage was up. Then last season, a strong start, but a shoulder injury cut short what I thought was going to be his best season yet.
And back to Alec Burks, a guy who entered the league with raw talent, but once the light went on, Greg, he showed the ability to help his team in a number of ways.
Yeah, he's going to be the prototype in terms of a two-way player. He's a guy who can not only score it for you, but he'll rebound and defend it. But what impressed me last season is he averaged 3 assists a game, really looked to make plays for his teammates.
Here's Burke following the basket by George Hill. Burks kicks to Burke. Hayward left side. And here is Burke. Favors sets the pick for Burke. Shot off the pick. The shot no good. Hill with some nice D. To the middle. Kicks it out to Ellis. And the lead is down inside single digits.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Now here is Hill. Drummond sets the screen for Hill. There's the pick. The pass to Jokic. It's back to Hill. It's Ellis on the wing. Drummond in the post. Burks covering, and he gets it to go. 6 points for Andre Drummond.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Gobert the screen. Kicks to Favors. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 8th assist here tonight.
They're perfectly content to keep going to that mid-range jumper. If the defense is going to give it to them, they'll take it all day.
And it's about getting open looks, and they've used that shot with great effect here tonight.
Now here's Ellis. It's back to Hill. Drummond the screen. Hill up top. Burke covering. Hill dishes to Stuckey. No good with the triple. Jazz leading by 9. Hayward right side. Down low. And Derek Favors with the slam.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bring it down
sir.
hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Now here's Ellis. It's back to Hill. Back to Ellis. tries it from 9, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, really nice job to take what the defense was giving him there.
The Jazz have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. Been some solid looks for them. That's good. 17 points for Gordon Hayward.
Didn't have any problem knocking that one down. Another defensive lapse leading to 2 more.
Now Ellis. Drummond sets the screen for Ellis. To the inside. Drummond passes to Jokic. It's rebounded by Derek Favors. Favors got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Burke. In the corner, it's Hayward. Wide open. Here's Gobert. Lays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Timeout called the Pacers. We've seen Derek Favors really having a great game.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Now, here's George. And he finishes nicely on the layup. George has got 30 points.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Utah calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Now, here's Burke. Up top, Favors. He kicks to Hayward. They set the pick. He feeds it to Burks. Jazz passing it around. The jump hook. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's 29 points for Derek Favors.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Now, here's George. Inside. Drummond passes to Jokic. Hill kicks to George. Drummond with a screen on Hayward. George dishes to Drummond, and he takes a fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Burks kicks to Favors. Fast break, here they come. And it's Hill with the jam.
And that's how a coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Now, here's Burke. Favors with the screen. Looking to get back on track here. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
First one falls for him.
Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Pacers trail by 11. Outside Hill. To the paint, Jokic. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
So here's Burks. The Pacers making the shot. 5 to shoot. Burke with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Fires from deep. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he be a little bit more selective tonight.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
And Utah has possession. Following the score by Indiana. Burke with it. Hills there. And he gets it to go. And that's now 6 points for Trey Burke.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Drummond with a screen on Hayward. Kicks it out to Ellis. Wide open look. And that one comes up a bit short. Jazz leading by 9. The feed to Burke. Dishes to Burks. Burke with it. Offline with his 3.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness. Well, how about Paul George in this one? He has 35 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those three-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
And the shot is good. Hayward's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
They set the pick. The drive by Hill. And stolen by Favors. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Hayward kicks to Burke. Gobert the screen. Now here's Burks. He's tightly guarded. Feeds to Hayward. 30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Again, the miss by Hayward. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And both free throws good for Paul George. And now we've got the intentional foul. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul.
Indiana foul call. George Hill. That's his second.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
At the line for the Pacers, Trey Burke.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Here we go, Pacers fans.
They're trailing by 8. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of here.
Here's Mahimi. No good. And so it's Utah with the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Derek, you guys came into tonight's game following a tough loss last time out. How important was it for the team to get this game here tonight?
It's big for us. You know, we came out last game and play like bombs, basically. So we just want to come in and make a statement this game so that we working hard, improving, and just try to get a win.
Well, terrific bounce back, Derek. Thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derek Favors. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.